the toxic oil tanker carrying edible oil. Once again, it shattered our beliefs. Over the years, we've come to expect so little. There's hardly anything left to shatter. We've developed a conditioned reflex. Each time a new food safety scandal emerges, we call for stronger regulations. We once believed that food crises were due to regulatory gaps. If only the authorities paid attention, the crisis would be solved. But reality tells a different story. From melamine in milk to gutter oil, from starch sausages to toxic chemicals, transported with edible oil, the food crisis is no longer just an oversight. It is an intentional evil, an evil born of greed. This evil is no longer accidental. It festers, deliberate, and planned, not because of flaws in the system, but due to an intentional disregard for the lives of others, an evil that tramples on health and morality, driven solely by the pursuit of profit. Regulatory responsibility is crucial, but even regulations cannot solve this. This marks the collapse of morality. In our society, where ethics no longer hold, we are on the edge. Laws are the creation of human rationality, but ethics are born of human conscience. In any era, we cannot expect to solve all problems with laws alone. If we rely solely on regulations, the cost of running society will become unbearable, eventually dragging itself down. Because the rationality of law is limited. No legal system can cover every detail of society. We can never build a system that governs every action. Not every decision can be controlled by law. A society dependent only on regulation is destined to collapse. For regulations are merely a framework, and frameworks can always be bent. But morality, once it decays, leaves a gaping void in society's soul, and the price we pay is unthinkable. Only through conscience can we find our way back for a future that is not dictated by greed, but by humanity itself. The collapse of morality is not sudden. It is gradual, unnoticed, until too late. But once it crumbles, rebuilding it is a monumental task, for the pieces are scattered hard to gather. We cannot just patch the cracks. We must rebuild from the foundation, from the roots of our humanity. And with each act of kindness, we can heal what was once broken. If we listen to our conscience, it will guide us back from the brink. But the journey ahead is long and arduous, and only together can we make it through. As we face these shadows of greed and corruption, the only light we have is our shared humanity, a light that flickers but never fully fades. It is up to us to keep that flame alive, and with it, ignite hope in others. For as long as there is hope, there is a chance to rebuild what was lost. This is not just a battle for regulations and laws. It is a battle for the soul of society, a fight to reclaim our lost morality and to protect the future generations from our mistakes. We owe it to them and to ourselves to make sure that we rise above greed and corruption, and that we emerge stronger, united, with a clear conscience and a moral compass restored. For if we don't, the shadows will only grow darker, and the price of inaction too great to bear. The road ahead is steep, but the choice is ours to either succumb to the shadows or rise into the light. This is not just about laws or punishments, but about the choices we make every day to either uphold morality or let it crumble. And in the end, those choices define us. They shape the future we leave behind. Let us choose wisely for the sake of all. For in the end, the future is in our hands, not the hands of the corrupt or the greedy, but in the hearts of those who choose to do right. It is up to us to create a world where trust is not a luxury, but a given, where greed does not outweigh the value of life, where humanity comes before profit, and where morality is not just a word, but a way of life. For only then can we truly thrive in a world free from the shadows of corruption. This is the future we must fight for, a future where a light outshines the darkness, where justice prevails and humanity endures. It is within our grasp if we are willing to reach for it. The path may be uncertain, but the destination is clear. A world where we can trust once again, where morality guides our every step, and where we stand united in the face of greed. This is the world we must build, for ourselves, and for the generations to come. The time for action is now. For every moment we delay, the shadows grow stronger, darker. But together, we can defeat them. With morality as our guide and conscience as our compass, we will prevail. The future depends on it, and the choice is ours. Let us choose to stand for what is right and build a better tomorrow together. For if we do not, who will? The future belongs to those who fight for it. So let us fight, not with swords or guns, but with the strength of our convictions. For it is in these moments that history is written, and we are the authors of our own destiny. The shadows of greed and corruption are strong, but they cannot withstand the light of justice, a light that shines within each of us, if we are brave enough to let it out. So let us stand together as one. Let us fight for a world where we can trust again, where morality is not a relic of the past, but the cornerstone of our future. For it is only with morality that we can build a society that is just, fair, and strong. And in this society, we will all thrive. For the light of justice will burn bright, and the shadows of greed will be no more. So let us rise and let us build. Together, we can create the world we dream of. A world where morality is our compass and justice our guiding star. This is the world we fight for. This is the world we can create, if we are brave enough to try and strong enough to never give up. For in the end, this fight is not just for us, but for all those who come after. A future where they too can live in the light, free from the shadows we once knew. This is the future we fight for. And together, we will succeed. The time is now. The fight is ours, and the future will be brighter because of it. For in the end, morality will win, and justice will prevail. This is the promise of our shared humanity, and the future we will build together, with morality as our guide, and justice as our light.